So this is a quick video to help you understand which motor you should get to power your Intex Excursion 5. We use a 40-pound thrust Minn Kota trolling motor with a 36-inch shaft. We did have a two-person Seahawk before that, and we use a 30-pound thrust, 30-inch shaft for that, and it worked great. The Seahawk was lighter, only held 2 people, and because of lower profile in the water, the 30-inch shaft wasn't a problem. But for the Intex Excursion 5, you do want to have a little more power because it holds more people, more weight, and we're going into the wind. You're going to need at least a 40-pound thrust to get through it. 30-pound thrust, you will move, fully loaded. So the motor itself, one thing that's so nice about the Excursion with electric motor, it's quiet. You don't hear it. In fact, your first time in it, you're going to turn it on. You may not realize you're moving, but you're going to wonder if something's wrong because it makes no noise. And on that too, there's no maintenance is required for it. We've never had any problems with ours. In fact, as I mentioned on another video, we ran over a submerged log. The propeller hit it dead on, bent the shaft, and there was no problems with it. It totally survived it without any issues. The propeller itself is about $50 to replace. We've never had any problems with it. We hit rocks and a couple times we got cracks on it, but it didn't affect performance at all. It is also designed to deter weed buildup. But if you do happen to get weeds in the motor, just go in reverse speed 3 for a couple seconds and then pull off any weeds that are stuck on it. That's it. Now, power consumption. It's hard to say. I mean, I can't find anything online to say how much juice the battery takes. But as a guide, what I do is I assume it takes 50 amps for speed 5, 40 amps for speed 4, and 30 for 3, and 20 amps for 2, and 10 for 1. So with that, I take note on my big watch of when we left and watch how long the motor's been running. And from there you can determine how much time you have left on your gassing, basically, how much juice you have left in the battery. We carry with us 2 105 amp hour Group 31 Marine batteries. So one battery at 105 amp hours and speed 5 will last us a little bit over 2 hours. But you're not going to go speed 5 for that long. Along the way there, you're going to stop. Maybe you're going to go speed 3, just kind of cruise a little bit, if the water's choppy especially. So that one battery will last a long time. We used to use a Group 27, I think it's 80 amp hour, and it was good, but many times we've done this, we've ran out of battery juice twice, and you do not want that to happen to you. It's a big boat to row. So you'll see here our cable is longer than what's stock. We extended the cable, pretty easy to do. If you want some information on that, let me know, I can make a video. But we extended it so that way we can put the batteries in the middle of the boat. And that helps because we used to put the battery next to me in the back, wedged between the seat and the boat, and I could just put my arm over, steer, and I use the battery box as an armrest. But the problem with that is one person in the front, one person in the back with a battery makes the boat bow. So it was hard to steer. So you're constantly correcting it. With the batteries in the middle, it distributes the weight evenly, so it's a little more sturdy and stable, so you're not correcting all the time. It just feels better. So on that, here's how it works. The top knob, if you loosen it, that lets the shaft slide up and down. The bottom knob here is for tension. It's loose right now. You can see that it swings pretty freely. And this is telescopic. This goes back and forth as shown. Here are the knobs to mount it on the motor mount. And also I want to show you something else too. This lever here lets you kick it back and forth. When you kick it in speed 5, when you're speed 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's fine. The motor's not going to really move much. But when you put it in speed 5, it's going to put a lot of force. In fact, so much that it's going to kick the motor forward, so it's no longer perpendicular to the boat. So if that does not happen, your boat may be overinflated, and that's not good. Watch my other video on setting up to see how to do it. But to compensate for the kick, you can just use this to put it back a little bit. So say it's perpendicular to the boat with that extra force coming at it. When you go down speed, you just easily hit the lever and it drops back into position. So the gist of it. There's a lot of things to consider. The 36-inch shaft that's pretty much that's the only shaft size you can get over 30-pound thrust, but you want that to have the length there because it has to be tall enough to reach it as you're steering from the boat, but also deep enough to stay underwater as you're going over some big waves. 30-inch shaft will come out every now and then, and if this is set right, it'll also pop out of the water. So that's a nice little benefit to have that 36-inch shaft there. But if you do have any questions, let me know. Let me show you our battery box too. Off and on, voltmeter, and a plug here, about $30, very handy, and some USB chargers. I'll make a video on this on the battery box itself, but that's what we use. If you have any questions, let me know.